of the law you're looking for, just type it into the search bar and click Search. Say, for example, you want to find the Access to Information Act. Type it in, click Search, and you'll see the Act appear on screen. Just one click does the trick. There's also an advanced search option if you want to search by legal topics. Let's try looking for the topic Citizen and Nationality as an example. You'll see a list of laws related to that topic appear right away. Next, we'll go to the library page. Here, the laws are grouped into categories to make them easier to browse. You'll see two main types of laws listed: the laws of Jamaica, which are the yearly collection of new laws passed by Parliament, and the revised laws, which are the edited and consolidated versions published periodically. You can explore this page by scrolling alphabetically or by year, whichever you prefer. Now, let's look at the Constitution page. This section includes key documents from Jamaica's legal history, both current and historical. As you can see, it includes the full Jamaican Constitution with all changes up to 2024, the original 1962 Independence Constitution, and the pre-independence constitutions of 1944 and 1959. Let's go to the news page. You can stay updated with the latest information on new bills and upcoming regulations. It's a great way to follow what's happening in Parliament. Let's look at the Contact Us page, where you can fill out some information and a message can be sent and a response to your question can be given within 48 business hours. Let's move on to the Forum page. To participate in the forum, you'll need to register for the site first. Once registered, you can log in and access the full forum experience. Here, you can browse existing discussion topics, ask your own questions, and receive responses from others in the community. It's a space for open dialogue and sharing information, and it will be accessible to the public. Finally, let's look at one of JLIP's most helpful features, the AI chatbot. Just click the AI chatbot tab and ask any question about the site or the laws. For example, what is the Constitution of Jamaica? And just like that, you get an answer in real time.
Can we put our hands together, please? A little louder. Wow. What a platform. And can you do me a favor, please? I just want to make sure that we are able to gain access to the platform. Can you just take out your smart devices at this time? We're going to ensure that you all are among the first to log in. And as you can see, it was not that difficult, right? So jump onto your phones, and for the persons, anybody inside you're already logged in, not just visited the site, but you're logged in, your name is there, right? Legal Man 300 or something like that is your username. Okay, nobody's username is that. I'm just messing with you. But just go on to the platform. Sign up, please. I'm hearing some notifications there. Does that mean that you're on? P.S., can we have a special prize for the first 20 persons who sign up? You get free access to the exist. Oh, you're having a little connection issue. Okay. So don't worry, let's sort that out. In fact, I was given the login information. I believe it's AC meeting $2025, all lowercase. Oh, you had caps. Okay, okay. So you're logged in. Ah, there you go. Anybody else logged in? Anybody else? The password, all lowercase, AC, meeting $2025. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na. You can see the PS afterwards to claim your prize. Right, PS? Yes, yes, he says yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are proud to be a Jamaican right now, can you put your hands together, please, for our J-Lib platform? And let's put our hands together, please, for our Honorable Minister, Marlene Malahoo Ford. Thank you so much. As she said, just one click away and everything changes. Everything you thought you knew and everything that you now know is different. And we are so proud of this modernization of our legal and constitutional standing. And as we are promoting transparency with access and ease, this is what we're doing. And we have to say big congratulations again to our ministry, And can we applaud again all the partners who made this possible? Thank you so much, Minister. And Minister, you see, when you ask about being miserable, nobody answered. Because they know that you're not miserable, Minister. Of course not. You're just a lady of standards, and we're very, very happy that you have stood on those and has brought us here today because of those standards. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down. We crossed over into the afternoon, but we are winding down. We're going to be asking at this time Ms. Nadine Wilkins, our Director of Legal Reform, to come forward to give us a vote of thanks. And I hear she has fans in the audience. It's the first time we have persons in jacket and tie screaming. So we know she had some fans here.
Thank you so much. The protocols observed, of course, but I'm so proud that we were able to gather legal professionals, members of the staff of the ministry, general. I'm overcome, I must tell you. But with seahorses, the reproductive process involves both gender. Well, the J-Lib, I may have been involved in the gestation period, but the seed of the J-Lib, that gentleman sitting over there. Please stand, Maurice Bailey, former director of the Legal Reform Department. Thank you. He would lament the difficulty we faced answering the very fundamental question in legal reform: what is the law? For heaven's sake, it was too difficult to answer. The efforts, you have to go to the archives, you have to go to the National Library, you have to go to the Supreme Court Library, it was difficult. As to the gazettes, let's not even go there. It's a needle in a haystack. And we would bemoan. Well, he said, we need a website. Legal reform should have a website. And Yaniv Nelson, then in charge of the Law Revision Secretariat, we would have many times we're sitting and I said, Yaniv, we're going to do a website. He said, I'm thinking that we were going to do a website because the laws that are on the Ministry of Justice website, it's limiting, and I said, boy, Yaniv, I don't think the PS is going to approve 2 websites for the Ministry of Justice. And there it was. What should we call it, Julia? The union of the Legal Reform Department and the Law Revision Secretariat in developing this portal began. It began with Yaniv Nelson, who left and is away from Jamaica. But we have to remember him too, because even the name, it's Yaniv who came up with this name. And Maurice Bailey we'd meet several times, and he would give us the benefit of what, troubleshooting what should go on the website. So it's just like the seahorse. The fertilization happens one place, and the gestation and the birth happens at another place. But I would like you, Maurice, to feel proud today, too, that something you thought of, expressed many times, has happened. The staff you left behind did not forget you, and we did carry out what you conceptualized. So, let me not, we've been here listening to much, so let me not take you, because emotion will cause me to ramble. There are so many people to thank. Oh my goodness. Eventually, I think because Mrs. Julia Gowie-Williams I can't begin to tell you how much work that lady, how much she has done. She took it on when Yaniv Nelson left. She took it on with an indefatigable energy. Not as young as she, I'm not as young, so I did not have that energy, but she kept it going. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gowie-Williams. All right, so then, and this many years ago, so we've done the past. Then, Yaniv again. He is the one who made the contact with JAMPRO and organized a meeting with Shulette Cox at the Legal Reform Department. And she was very doubtful. We had to convince her that the website would in fact deliver the Gazettes of Jamaica in digitized form. So Shulette, you're not here, but I hope you are proud that we delivered to you what we promised. And everybody here, anyone from JAMPRO, please convey that to Ms. Cox. So, but after Ms. Cox, she handed us over to a very able team of Sharon Allen, Melissa Johnson, Marcel Brown, and Stacey Rose. Stacey Rose did a lot of hand-holding because we know we knew what we wanted, but getting project documents written, no, you don't learn that in law school. We don't learn that at the faculty either. So she took it on and said, all right, fine. She just wrote them. All the project documents that needed to be written. And JAMPRO has really been, they've been quietly like a force behind us to help us to get where we are as well. We owe a debt of gratitude to JAMPRO. It wasn't just funding they got us to get. PIOJ. So JAMPRO was very instrumental in convincing PIOJ to include the JLIP in the, what's it called? The Foundations for Competitiveness and Growth project. So funding was obtained for JLIP through that project. And again, thank you, JAMPRO, for pushing that for us with the PIOJ. And PIOJ, we've gotten a lot of help from you as well, over and beyond financing. So many thanks to Melvin Smith, Delu Wint, and Kalisha Walker. Then the eGov. Oh, what is it? Their ICT authority now. I can't remember the name. I think that may be the name now because their name has changed. We were a little disappointed because we said, why? Why eGov? Because we thought we were going to have the server and we were going to, no, they said, no, it's going to have to be at eGov. It's .gov.jm and a lot of things. So, okay, fine. We just wanted the website. So we said, okay, fine. But thank you so much for the support that we received. And, well, it's ongoing because we will have to be working closely with them going forward. And thank them very much for what they have done so far. Then, you know, in life, they say the Lord sends us angels. Well, trust me. Neither Mrs. Gowie-Williams and myself are technical. So when technical issues were arising, we were like, an angel. Trina, you are an angel. Trina Richards. Let me tell you, project management specialist, Public Sector Modernization Division in the Ministry of Finance. Trina, I cannot tell you thanks enough. She took it over. So when we're having meetings with the company SoftNG that was contracted to develop this website, do we understand half of what they're asking? Clueless. Because we had not yet had our webmaster, Omar, who came afterwards, and he took over as well. And we just sat and just listened. But Trina, thanks doesn't cover it. You went way beyond what you needed to do. The Supreme Court librarian, the chief librarian, Mrs. Janet Bailey Powell. So because a lot of the data that we're loading onto the website, we have to actually scan them ourselves. We had to, Carol Ford, where is Carol Ford? Former chief librarian of the Supreme Court, there she is. She first went to scout out where material is. So we have a long list of all the material in the archives, a long list of all the material at Supreme Court. We know where things are now, thanks to Carol. And so she too paved the way, and Mrs. Bailey Powell, she has been so helpful to facilitate us to scan the material we needed to scan. And we intend to continue to avail ourselves of her helpfulness, because this loading of material is just beginning. What you see today is just the beginning. We have so much more. 12,000 gazettes and going. Every time you go on, you will see more material than you saw the day before. The National Archives, Mrs. Raquel Strawn in a rarity. I was in awe of just how much material is in the National Archives. You'd be amazed. The National Archives has an awesome, I don't think they missed any of the gazettes, Carol, or the annual acts. They just have, they are all there. So we will be scanning them and making them available to you. Beverly Lashley at the National Library, so helpful, immediately helpful, said of course, and every assistance has been given to us when we go to the National Library, which again is another place where you would be amazed at the information that's there about our legislative history. Ms. Colleen Lowe, the clerk to the Houses of Parliament, we wrote asking for assistance to extract from the Hansards the debates on bills in the Parliament. Unhesitatingly, yes was the answer. And we've not yet loaded those on because we are working through the process that we will adopt, but very soon the debates on the bills in both the lower and the upper houses of Parliament will be at your fingertips. To the consultants, SoftNG, there were many times when, in my frustration, I would say, why? 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 I'm trying to understand. I know the result we want. Why is it that we can't have that result now? Why do we have to wait 1 week? And then when it comes, why? But Olga was very patient, didn't get flustered. And so thank you, SoftNG. We did it at a distance. I also wondered how we would do that. They are miles away from us. We have meetings every Monday morning, I beg your pardon, and we work through things, but they got it done. And we thank SoftNG for bringing us here. And then I have to come home with the thanks now. MLCA. We started with the Ministry of Justice, but with the establishment of the MLCA, smaller, so a lot more intimate contact, a lot more, we're able, greater access to the PS, to share with the PS what our desires were and where we wanted to go. And I want to say that the effort that was made by the PS, HR, procurement, to ensure that we received the resources that we required to stand here this morning, I am so thankful. It is not something that is taken lightly. And to be honest, after a while, I think we felt as if the entire MLCA was like a wind in our sails. Because after a while, when we realized that the time was going and we needed help, asked the PS if we could ask the legal officers in the ministry to assist us with some of the work. And when we asked them, the enthusiasm with which Christopher Harper and his team populated the information for the Constitution page. They did that single-handedly. The legal officers in the legal education division, they took on an awesome task, and they're not quite finished yet either, which is extracting those judgments. They jumped into it, and when they produced their first batch, they said, oh my goodness, 200, and I said, wow. Thank you very much. I know, Julia, I know we are part of it, but still, I think the Law Revision team, I think we need to big them up too. Yeah. I will big them up for. They went beyond what they would normally have to do, and they never complained. They just did it. Thank you very much. Thank you. IT. Where would we be without IT? We were a little frustration because we were saying, HR, we need a webmaster, we need a webmaster, we need a webmaster. Well, Omar did come. The Lord sent him at the right time, because Trina was saying, boy, you know, Nadine, her project, her substantive work was heating up, and we were getting anxious now because we can't manage without Trina. What we going to do? And then the Lord sent Omar, and Omar just jumped in and just took it. And I want to thank you so much, Omar. I don't know how much sleep you have been getting to ensure that those 12,000 gazettes, those how much thousand acts of parliament that are up on that site at the moment. And it's a work in progress, but you know, you deserve some sleep. Thank you very much. And you know, last but not least, I need to thank our minister. At first, when we told her about this very ambitious project, she was a little skeptical. There was a look of, can they really do this? Because, you know, we were getting excited. We were telling her, we're going to do this, we're going to put this on, and that is going, and she looked, she smiled, you know, she has that kind of smile that says, But we won her over. She saw that we would do it, and we won her over. And then we got 100% of the motivation and the support from her. So thank you so much, because we could sit there and be aspirational, you know, but what makes it happen? The support from the ministry, because notwithstanding, we received financial support for the development of the website from the PIOJ JAMPRO project. There's a lot more expenditure involved in this website being here today, a lot. And that came from the full 100% adoption of this project by the MLC and take it here. So So, you know, I need to stop, don't it? Because I really could stay here much longer because there are so many people to that. I promise you, I'm rounding off now. I'm just going to say, to anyone who I have not referred to specifically, you are not forgotten. We are speaking for Julia now, we are so thankful. And we're not done. So we're coming at you again. We're coming for more help. Don't run us. We're not done. We have a lot more work to do. Carol, you have a lot more work to do. Because this is something that we want Jamaicans to own. It's everybody's. You go on it, something is missing, send a message right away. And we have a team, a dedicated team, that's going to make sure that it goes on right away. We will find it, we will put it on. If you see an error, tell us, we're fixing it. There are people whose job is to do just that. So this belongs to everyone. Thank you very much.
Now I understand why she was getting the screams and the applause. Can we applaud her again, please? Miss Nadine Wilkins. I know it's not legal to say this. I'm going to say the rock star director of legal reform. Can I do that? Is that okay? Okay, good. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us that vote of thanks. And as she said, and rightfully so, this is just the beginning. So it's not just a platform that we've launched today and that's it, but there is work that will continuously be done on the platform as our laws continue to evolve. And as she said, if there are any errors, anything at all there that you may see that you want to point out, as you've heard her say just now, they're more than happy to have those things resolved in a timely manner. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the end of this morning's proceedings. Give yourselves a big round of applause for being an exceptional audience. And for our viewing audience, you've just witnessed the official unveiling of a platform that will make it easier for every Jamaican to find, understand, and engage with the law. Whether you're in the courtroom, a classroom, or your living room, JLIP brings the law just right to you. We're encouraging you all to visit the portal online. You need to explore, you need to read, you need to learn, share, and use it, please. Again, we thank the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs and to all the partners. We'd also like to say a big thank you to Tony, our interpreter, who brought the law, of course, and today's proceedings to everybody. Yes, give her a round of applause, please. Thank you all for being here, a part of this historic launch. I wanted to say quickly, though, we didn't get to mention her, Miss Maria Thompson-Walters, Executive Director, Transformation Implementation Unit at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Thank you so much for being here. Can you just wave for us so we can acknowledge you? Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. And I also want to big up again Mr. Maurice Bailey. Can we big him up again? I think it's only right. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want you to make note that there is a table right outside that gives you a full demonstration of the platform. You are able to go on out there and engage with it and look for yourself, see it happen in real time. We encourage you to do that just before you leave. Also, quick note that we do have some refreshments to be served on the outside as well, and you're exiting to the right. It's going to be to my left of the room through those doors. Thank you all so much again. My name is Debbie Bissoon. It has been my absolute pleasure being your host today, and spread the word far and wide that JLIB is now launched and available to all Jamaicans. Have a wonderful rest of day. Thank you. We just want to also make you aware that we're going to be leaving to the good sounds of our violinist, Mr. Kamoy Gordon.